Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Yasyantanadimadhyam nahi karacharanam nama gotram na sutram no jatim naiva varnanubhavati purusho anapamsam na chastri nakaram na vikaram nahi ananimaranam nasti punyam na papam no tattvam tattvamekam sahaja samarasam sadgurum tvam namami sadgurum tvam namami. So I offer my namaskara to Sanatana Dharma, Shankaracharya and all my gurus, and I welcome you to this Ananda Shankara English discourse, and we are starting this Sadhana Chatushtaya from where we left. So from there we will be starting, and I welcome you all. So we have started this Atma Jnana sessions, and long back we have started after Bhagavad Gita completion, this English discourse. We have started talking about introduction to Vedanta, around 15 classes, all about what is Shat Darshanas, what is Shat Pramanas, what is Dharma Granthas, what is Prasthanatraya, like that, so many topics, what is Ashrama, Varna Dharma, and we have spoken all those things. Introduction to Vedanta. After that, before going to Atma Jnana topics, we should know what all the sadhanas has to be done. For that we have taken up Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Ashtanga Yoga, Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga Sutra. In that 8 limbs of Patanjali, we wanted to learn about that. So we started Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga, and in that we have seen 8 limbs of yoga and how to practice that and what it says, everything we have started. And we have started the first 5 steps, 5 limbs, that is Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. So up to that we have seen, and from there we could have gone to Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, the next 3 steps. The first 5 steps of Patanjali Yoga Sutra is called as Bahiranga Yoga. The last 3 steps of Patanjali Yoga Sutra is called as Antaranga Yoga. Antaranga Yoga is not connected to the external world, it is connected to the internal world. So before going to the internal world, this much information is not sufficient. So that's why I have taken up this Sadhana Chatushtaya, where a lot of other sadhanas also has been mentioned. So that's why I started on this Sadhana Chatushtaya. In Sadhana Chatushtaya also, we have started the class, and then we have completed 2 sadhanas. One is Viveka. We have learnt what is Viveka and how all the Viveka has to be practiced and how we have to understand the Viveka. And then we have said in that Dharma Viveka and Brahma Viveka, there are two types I said. One is for the world, external world, how we are dealing along with that Dharma Viveka, we are following some Dharma. And Brahma Viveka is nothing but Atma Viveka. So those two things we have seen. And then we gone and seen on Vairagya. So Vairagya is detachment. The first one we call it as desire, the discrimination. The second one we call it as a detachment. So detachment is a word, is Vairagya. In the Vairagya we have seen anything you want to get detached, there will be a first unknowingly we get attached. So whereas Vairagya is going one step behind, one step away from this, because first in the first place, first you have to get attached, then you have to get detached. Now through Viveka, you have to find out why first place only I am getting attached. So that is the methodology of Atma Jnana, Atma Viveka, we have to see that. So in the first place, whatever the activity I am doing in a daily life, blindly I am doing because everybody is doing. So now when you come to Atma Jnana, because everybody is doing, because everybody is liking, because so many people are, reviews are good, you need not be telling that is good. See, first of all, there may be hundreds of information available. Whether every information or every review, everything is whether it is required for you. So whether you have to spend time on all those things, because your time is limited, 24 hours and 365 days and maybe 100 years you may live. So within that, all the world, whatever is available, the science has created, the management has created, everything you want to know, all the entertainment field has created, everything you want to know. That is a foolish attitude, because that is created for the 750 crore people in the earth who are all interested. That can be this one. For example, we go to a marriage function, there may be a buffet may be there. In the buffet, there may be 250 varieties of food may be available. There is one stall, Punjabi set may be there, another Rajasthani may be there, another Chinese, another Mexican, another something like that. Each stall may have 20-25 food is there. Ultimately, all put together 10 stalls, the chaat stall is there, Pani Puri stall is there, and South Indian is there, North Indian is there, Bengali food is there. So many things are there. Because that is a, for example, Mukesh Ambani makes a party, he may be having that 500 varieties of food may be available. Because he knows so many varieties of people. So if they come, whatever they want to like the food, that food should be available for them. So that is how a buffet concept has come. But what we do, we take the buffet plate, we fill everything, without knowing the name also, without knowing the taste also. And everything we eat and we don't know simply because there is plenty is available, I am filling my plate. So you may get, your stomach may get upset, your throat may get upset, or you cannot get the sleep because of the spiciness, or the one person may be using mustard oil, another person you may be using groundnut oil, somebody else is using the till oil, or so many other oils also will be used in the food. Some of the things will upset your stomach and the way of preparation and everything. So now Vedanta, when you are becoming a Vedanta student, whether you want to fill up all the platter with all the 250, 500 varieties of food, and you want to, your mind says you taste that also, you taste this also, your tongue also says. But at one corner of the mind it says it may upset your health, but that voice, you will suppress that voice. and you will be going to your liking, your mind is telling you eat everything, it's a chance for you. So like that, and after that I may get sick and apply 3 days leave, and I may lose also money and my peace of mind, everything I may lose. So this is how my platter I am going to fill in a eating plate. Similarly, in the world, lot of informations are available. So whether it is required to be coming into your mental plate, your mind plate, you have to choose what is to come in, what should be coming into your mental plate. Otherwise, you want to see all the channel, all the music, all the sports, all the things, everything you want to see. Where is the time available for you? And every information will create a reaction in your mind, and it will get you troubling you. Because you may feel whatever is written, whatever repeatedly told, you feel it as true. But these are all the advertisement gimmick may be there. So many things of the managerial thoughts may be there. Everything will be spoken repeatedly, you feel that is right. So that means I don't know what is the originality of the truth. So that is why we have to have a discrimination, which is right, which is not right, or which is I required, which I don't require. So you may feel I am left behind, I will be not in this one. You cannot satisfy everything now. Suppose I am going to see a world tour. How much world you can see? And you may make a loan and go to world tour with the family, and you may be paying EMI and all those things, you are getting into trouble. What much world you can see? If you are staying in Bangalore, you are not seeing Bangalore itself correctly. In Bangalore itself, so many things are there. Why? If I am staying an extension, I am not seeing in my extension only what all the things are available. And in that concept, I want to see, I have seen the whole world. It's all foolishness. And I have seen all the culture, it's foolishness. It's just seeing is not that, no. So, our mind may suggest you do all the things, you do all these things, but ultimately you have 24 hours and your energy levels are limited, or your income levels are limited. And with all these things, you want to do all those things, and your mind platter is getting filled, and you want to satisfy everything, which is a Herculean task. That is why you are getting stressed. You want to do that also, this also, this also, that also. And what you don't want to do? Nothing. Everything you want to. Your children, you want to make them a musician also, guitarist also, flutist also, percussion, drummer also, you want to make swimmer also, you want to make cricketer also, you want to make. How much money you are spending, how much energy you are spending on the child to make everything. You want to create a stage for a sports stage also, you want to create for him. He has to become the best swimmer, best this one. It's all my foolish thought processes. And if you go and make an analysis of for example, everybody knows Saregama example. If somebody wins, what happens? Maybe after 1 or 2 years, their name itself is not, because it is individual personality, whether they want to make out of it something or they want to use it to the further benefit of that, or they may go back to backside the stage also. That is possibility is there. Or some of the other business organization may be there. They want to encash using you. They may provide additional platform and make use of you, and then they make more money, and you will be fully engaged in 24/7, and you will be signing, and you will be getting entangled into difficulties. So, my mental platter, first is about myself and my wife, my children. So everything I want to become number one. How many number ones possible? Everywhere we can't, because your energy is limited, 24 hours only. So now the discrimination is required. So we are indiscriminately taxing ourselves, our children, our family. We are indiscriminately taxing. That is the problem of our life. So we have a limited resource of energy, limited resource of money, limited resource of number of days already counted. And the age will not stand now, it will go on clicking. And with all these priorities in the workplace, your priorities will become more than the working. So what happens? Your workplace has to fulfill, it has to become Kamadhenu for you. That means all your ambitions has to be fulfilled by the workplace, the salary has to come or the income has to come like that. Otherwise, I will go to adharma and how to make additional bucks by cheating the company or by making the black market or so many things I will be starting in order to fulfill all the platter of my mind. So once you fulfill all the platter, what happens? It will take you to the next stage of that. So in the next stage, it is a bigger platform, more costlier platform will be there. It is like a branded goods. The branded goods, you may start working with the local brands. After the local brands, you are going to at least national level brands. Now national level brands may be for the gents, if I say. For example, Park Avenue may be there, or Louis Philippe may be there, or Alan Solly may be there. Like that, I may go to the next level of branding. I used to have a branded clothes and all. But once you have that, then there will be another forum will be opening to you. Why not I have to have a, like Lucy is there, international brands I have to have. So in the international brands for the same shirt, from the ordinary shirt to the next shirt of the branded, to the next shirt of the international branding, you may be spending a lot of money. So it is all your mind is telling this, with this somebody will recognize you. Because you want to go in that, this one, and people may artificially recognize, but everybody forgets what you are doing it. But within this, you are going to have your stress and strain because not able to meet all these things with the limited resources and limited energy, you are going to burn out. So this is the discrimination where it is required is at this point of time discrimination is required. That is the Viveka. So this Viveka, when it is there, you are not getting attached to in the first place itself. So before discrimination, you are already got attached. That's why you have to have a detachment also. That is why Vairagya is required. Already what you have already attached, from there you have to get detached. The second step is further you don't want to get attached unnecessarily. Through your discrimination, you have to control what you want to get attached and what you don't want to get attached. What is your priority? What is that in your life? Everything you have to decide. From that point of time, what happens? You will not get attached to so many new things. So once it will happen, all your trial and error, maybe up to 25, 30 years it can happen. But after 30, 35 years, nobody is watching you because you are already married and you already have a child. Now your effort has gone to bringing up the next generation. So nobody will be looking at you, though you may say that somebody is calling you, liking you, appreciate. So it is all mutual appreciation, and with that only you may not get satisfaction. So there is a frustration starts after 35 years, and a search will be starting. So then at that point, at least up to 35, you must have done trial and error. Okay, so at least at 35, we have to have a Viveka and Vairagya. And all these other qualities of the sadhana, we have to start doing it. Otherwise, we will be going with the wind. And wherever the wind takes, you will be going. Where you want to go, you cannot go. So that is why you have to first have a discrimination. And after discrimination, Vairagya has to happen. As a youngsters, yeah, they want to experiment. They want to do so many things. Everything is there. Yeah. Maybe even in the young age also you can have a discrimination without making so much experiment. You may come to a conclusion and you may start a good living also, and you may be progressing beyond everybody also. That possibility is also there. So the discrimination is the first methodology, that is Viveka. Viveka, when it comes, whenever the next step is whether you want to get attached or not get attached, it will come. But okay, up to 35, you already got attached to so many things. So you need to get Vairagya. So you have to start getting detached from unwanted, not priority items. One by one, you want to start delete, you have to delete. So just like you are cleaning your house, unwanted things, not usable things, though it is beautiful, you cannot keep it in the house. You don't have place in the house. Similarly, unknowingly you must have got attached. By knowingly you have to get detached. And you have to keep only few prioritized items in your life. So then onwards, you should not get attached to more and more new things. That is, Viveka will control. So these two are essential parts of that. So in order to do these two things, what is the thing is available with us? So we have to practice through our body and mind only, because we are given the body and mind not only for physical enjoyment or sensual enjoyment. Everybody is born, the purpose of being is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So ultimately, initially you may have a artha, that is the money, and the money and money related, all the things, name, fame, everything. Kama, in order to that fulfill your desires from the artha, that means money, whatever you have earned. These two stages, Vedanta also says, artha, kama. But artha, kama you want to complete by doing dharma. In a dharmic way only you have to earn and fulfill dharmic desires. Dharmic kama only you have to do. Dharmically you have to earn money. Dharmically you have to fulfill. So that is why dharmartha kama it says. But Vedanta also knows at some point of time you will not get satisfied. Any number of money, anything is coming also, you are restless. So at that time you will be turning inside. The turning age may be around 35. So the turning has to happen. So after that, you have to go to the moksha. That is the ultimate purpose of the person. The moksha is becoming jnani and becoming unnecessarily troubled by the world. So I am too much dependent on the world. Slowly you have to become independent of the world. How much minimum dependency I have to have on the world. So that is the thought process the Viveka will give you. You are not unnecessarily depending for everything and everything from the world. So you will be getting very minimum prioritized thing only. For that only you will be depending on the world. Rest of the thing you can know how to live yourself without of the dependency. For example, if you take a decision, I don't want to watch TV. How many problems you are solving? Example, Netflix. So whether Netflix is getting connected or not, or the money whether it has gone, or what all the plans are there in Netflix, or what is whether it is comparable with Jio or it is comparable with Amazon. So many unwanted work we are doing unknowingly, and we show ourselves we are intelligent. It's only one TV channel selection, so many things, our time is getting consumed. After that you are watching TV. That is, you want to have a good internet, you want to have a good plan of Netflix, and you have to pay for both of it, and you have to have a beautiful TV, because 4D TV, if it is not there, then you can't use the Netflix properly. So you have to change your TV to 2 lakh rupees TV. So everything is, one desire is fulfilling the another desire. So you are unknowingly getting entangled. And for that entangling, you want to tell another word, you are getting sophisticated, you are getting recognized in the society, you are thinking that, but you are not calling anybody into the house. Who will know what you are having? So you cannot only then talking, I have that, I have this, and who is there to listen? Nobody is there to listen. So ultimately we are in a trap. It is only a Netflix. Similarly, good restaurants, good tour, so many things, good school, good this one, so many things we say. And unknowingly, we are each one of that. For example, I don't want to see cricket. So all the topic has come down now. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to see cricket on that alone. If I say what is the IPL is going on, what is the test is going on, who is there in what team, who is his performance, what is his, all these things unwanted to your life. You are paying money, you are bringing trouble to your mind. And you think that will be solving, and your 7 hours is getting used, and you will get tight in the other corner of your life. 7 hours, one day match is happening. 7 hours if you are spending, how is possible to make a good living? Not possible. And in the mind, it is already working. Who is the good player? Why he has to get less? Why Dhoni is getting less? Or Virat Kohli is getting 8 crores? That all these things, unnecessary things of the world, it is bothering your mind. So I don't want to see much politics. I want to see whatever happens in the world, it happens. Even if you know, you are not going to change it. Even if you don't know, you are not going to change it. But what you want to know, you want to protect your wealth. For that, how much is required, that much only you can know. Rest of the thing is only knowing the world, knowing everything. So your discrimination somewhere we have to apply. What for I am knowing this? In order to boast myself, I know everything. There is a circle you have created, friend circle, and everywhere you want to say, I know that also, I am a moving encyclopedia, you want to say. So what is the use of that? You are taxing your mind. So this discrimination of one attachment, if you leave, I don't want to see, for example, cricket. I don't want to see something else. If you say that, the whole lot of pressure in your mind comes down. That is the discrimination. So you have to prioritize your life. What is required only you have to do. Non-prioritized item one by one getting away, that is called Vairagya. So Viveka has to come and Vairagya also has to come. Both has to happen hand in hand. So these two things can be done because of our body mind only. But we think body mind only means enjoying sensory pleasures and all those things only. It is not so. That's why Dharmartha Kama Moksha, it has been said, okay, up to 35 years you have enjoyed, 40 years you have enjoyed. Now at least your journey should go towards Moksha. So how to make it? How to get rid of Moksha? Moksha means after birth, after death, whether you are getting Papa, Swarga, that is not the thing. Now you have entangled to the world. You have to disentangle. You have to come out of that worldly pressures. That is first step. So when you become that bandhana moksha, bandhana first we have only made it to bandhana. So we have given the thread, we have tied ourselves, our hand and everything, and we have become tight. Now you have to unwind all the bindings. So that is moksha. The moksha is bandhana from the unwinding. From the bandhana you have to get liberated. So that is called moksha. So you have already got into the bandhana by yourself. Now by yourself only you have to get released. No amount of money cannot relieve you or anything. Every activity gets another 10 activity. One desire if you fulfill, another 10 desires will come in queue. So if you satisfying continuously all the desires, cannot satisfy or nullify the desire. Okay, I have completed all your desires, from tomorrow you should not have any desire. If you want to tell to your mind, no, it is not possible. Satisfying the desires cannot control the desires or cannot eradicate the desires. So discussing on the desires and prioritizing on the desires in your Viveka, discrimination and Vairagya, then only the number of desires will come down. Not by fulfilling all the desires will not go zero. It will become multiplied. If you satisfy 10 desires, another 100 desires come in the queue next. So it is not possible, but all of us We have been doing the same, the first one, second one only. Everybody, we want to satisfy our desire, and after satisfying the desire, we enjoy for a minute or second. Then there is another set of 10 new desires will be coming. We have started chasing on that. We are not even enjoying already fulfilled desires. So we are only looking to the next desire, next desire, next desire. This is how we are postponing our happiness. So we are not able to live happily because of this. So this is the area where we have to have a discrimination. So the body mind only has to control. The body mind only is our operators given to us. Who is Srinivasa Prasad? This is a set of body and mind. So this body mind only I have to use. And I have got entangled bandhana. I have to come on like this. I have what do you say? I have put into the bandhana by myself, by this same body mind and thought processes, and now I have to get released by with the same body mind only. Because earlier also I have got entangled. Now I only have to come out of this entanglement. For this, all the Ashtanga Yoga, Yama Niyama is required. Asana pranayama is required in order to make the body and mind in a proper way. And now Viveka and Vairagya is intellectually we have to look into the prioritizing that what I have got entangled, okay, I have got entangled, now how I should get rid of it. You are going to have an old sofa also, new sofa also, and then if you put two sets of sofa in your house, you are not able to walk around. Then you will be thinking 3 BHK is not sufficient, I have to have a palace of 10 rooms. Is it possible? Your mind will suggest like that only. This house is not sufficient, this car is not sufficient, this is not, my salary is not sufficient, I want to hop from one salary to another salary. So when you are going from one company to another company, so after very soon, after changing 5-6 companies, you come to know there is not much difference is there in the work. Everywhere the same thing is there. Pressure may be increasing because of your salary packet. And once you become heavy salary packet, insecure feeling will start. So whether my job is secured or not secured. So if I get out of this secured job, I have to pay a lot of EMI and all those things, pressure will come. And if I don't get another job, your mind is already worrying and fearing because of that. And whatever you are already earned, you cannot enjoy. There is no peace of mind. There is no presence of mind. So there is no calmness. Whatever you have earned, because of that insecure feeling, you are not able to enjoy anything. Slowly you get temper. You are scolding on wife or children or spouse or so many people. And finally, you may make argument in the office also. You may lose the job also. Finally, a lot of EMI and everything is there. You can't show the face to the world. And people take a drastic decision of getting suicide. This is how the world is going. This is how people are going. So there only you put a full stop and see where you have to do. That is called discrimination. That is called Viveka. Sadhana Chatushtaya starts like that only. So now Sadhana Chatushtaya we'll chant one time and then subsequently we go into the next topic. Sadhana Chatushtaya. So Mangalacharana Shloka is Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattva Bodho Bhidiyate. So very clearly the Shankaracharya has written this, all the further whatever I am telling the Sadhana Chatushtaya, Tattva Bodha and all those things is for whom I am doing. Mumukshunam Hitarthaya. Whoever wants to get liberated from their own entanglement, for them, it is not after death I am going to get moksha and all. Here and now, when you get peace of mind and when you get the calmness and everything, all of a sudden your pressure will get released. and you can enjoy every bit of your living, your family, surrounding and everything. So for that, what you have, that is called mumukshatva. You have to get into mumukshatva, get liberated. That liberation, if it is totally understood, that is called enlightenment. That enlightenment, when it happens, there is no birth and rebirth is there. That is what whether you believe it or not believe it, but it is there. So when we come to Atma Jnana, we will discuss in that all the karma theory, whether the next birth is there, not birth is there, all those things we can get into at the Atma Jnana topic levels. Now at least we have get bandhana. From the bandhana we have to get released is immediate need for everybody. That is called samsara bandhana, bhava bandhana, bhava sagara. All the words are nothing but entanglement. What is caused by my mind only. I have got entangled. Now I have to step back and stand and observe with Viveka and observe with Vairagya. Then start doing controlling. You are taking control of your life. Otherwise, you are moving along with the world. You are running along with the world and without knowing where the world is going. So, and you are becoming one among the crowd. So that is why you are lost in the crowd. So you have to identify yourself. You should come out of that. That is what you have to do. So for that, mumukshunam hitarthaya tattvabodho bhidiyate, he said. So only I am addressing all these topics. Only who wants bandhana moksha, from who want to get liberated from the problems of our life. For that person only I am telling. That is what it says. Now Sadhana Chatushtaya he has written. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannadhikarinam Moksha Sadhana Bhutam Tattva Viveka Prakaram Vakshamaha. Sadhana Chatushtayam Kim Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Ihamutrartha Palaboga Viragaha Shamadi Shatka Sampatthi Mumukshutvam Cheti. Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekah Kaha Nitya Vastvekam Brahma Tadvyatiriktam Sarvamanityam Ayameva Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Viragah Kaha Iha Sarga Bhogeshu Ichcharahityam. Up to that we have seen. Now today we are seeing the next step of that. Shamadi Sadhana Sampatthi Ka Shamo Dama uparama Titiksha shraddha samadhanancha iti. Damah kaha Shamah kaha Mano nigraha Damah kaha Chakshuradi bahyendriya nigraha Uparamah kaha Swadharmanushtanameva Titiksha ka Shitoshna sukha dukkhadi Sahishnutvam Shraddha kidrushi Guru Vedanta Vakyadisha Vishwasa Shraddha Samadhanam Kim Chittaikagrata Mumukshutvam Kim Mokshomi Bhuyat Titiksha Etat Sadhana Chatushtayam Tattva Sattva Vivekasyadhikarino Bhavantu. This is what the Sadhana Chatushtaya, only 14 lines are there. In that, up to Viveka and Vairagya we have seen. Now today we are going to see Shamadi Sadhana Sampatthi Ka. The imaginary student is telling, you said Shamadi Sadhana Sampatthi is one of the thing you have said in the earlier thing. So now can you explain me in detail what is Shamadi Sadhana Sampatthi Ka? Can you explain it? Can you briefly or can you elaborately explain it? That is what he is asking the teacher. For that the teacher is answering Shamadi Sadhana Sampatthi. That means Shamadi, when they are telling there are 6 inner wealth is there. So we are busy in acquiring external wealth which is not come along with us. For example, I have a house. When I go out of the house, house cannot come with me. I get out of the car, car cannot come with me. I go out of the house, either my spouse or children cannot come with me. So that means in a 24 hours, whatever I have accumulated, all those things cannot come with me. I am alone. I am always alone. So all the things I have to leave and I start moving. I will be moving in daily life also. I am moving without. I feel that is there, but it is not there with you when you are living facing the world. The feeling of that is there is only there with you, but it is not with you. Whereas all the external wealth cannot come with you because it is in the time and space. So it is in the time and space bound materials cannot come with you. Your body itself only can come. Other than that, nothing can come along with you. So that means with your body, mind only you can face the world, not with your materials, external wealth. It is external wealth it is called. So now this is telling is, so start acquiring the internal wealth. You have struggled all these years getting the external wealth. Can you getting into the internal wealth? So what is the internal wealth? It is telling is Shamo, Dama, uparama, Titiksha, shraddha, Samadhana, iti. There are 6 internal wealth Vedanta is quoting. At least this six internal wealth we have to make sadhana. We have to acquire that. Then our life changes. And our thought processes changes, and we will be in the same world with a different person. It is just like on a lotus leaf, the water is there below, the leaf is there, above the also water comes, it is not getting wet. So like this, all this sadhana, when you do this, Patanjali Yoga Sutra sadhana, this Sadhana Chatushtaya, whatever it is telling this sadhana, or so many other Vedanta sadhanas are there. On those sadhana when you do, you are in the same world, with the same set of people, same set of organization. But nothing around that is not making you wet. That means you are not getting affected by the other things. Just like a lotus leaf is not getting affected, what is having? It is having a special coating on its leaf, under surroundings, everything, which is not getting attracted. Water, it will not get wet. Dust also will not sit on that. So that is the methodology it has created. That's how it is lotus leaf is. So when you learn all these sadhanas in the same world, whatever is troubling you yesterday, after learning this, it will not trouble you. It will not make you angry. It will not make you so many things, and you will be seeing differently. So, and when you start seeing differently, the things look differently. So the world itself look differently, and you are not going to get agitated. Your responses will be less only. You need not even respond. You may be keeping silent, you may be keeping quiet, and your energy is not spent. Because of that, you will be having high energy. With this high energy, nothing sticks to you. Because energy is depleted, everything comes and sticks to me in this world. I am energy depleted. When I am getting energy depleted, everything come and attack me. So in the world, a lot of bacteria are there, lot of viruses are there. It is waiting for an opportunity. My body is not able to fight. Whenever the body becomes weak, all the viruses and all the bacteria will attack you. Suppose a fresh apple you bring from the market, you put it on your dining table. So the apple without damage on the surface, that another apple there is a damage, it is fallen or it has have a puncture in the hole is there. So two apple you keep one at that side, another this side of the table. The apple what got damaged is getting affected immediately. Within 2-3 days, it will become stale, or it will get bacteria will get attacked. The same amount of bacteria is available here also for the same apple. Here also it is there. But the apple has become weak, because of that it has got affected. So it has spoiled itself and ultimately it withers away. Similarly, our body mind, when it loses energy, It is attacked by the world. All the worries are getting attacked because of our body mind loses its energy. So the sadhanas are making you how to enhance the energy. First is how to not to lose the energy. Now we are losing the energy. First is not losing the energy itself, Viveka, Vairagya and all those things we will tell. And how to enhance the energy. You have 100 units of energy. By doing sadhana, you get 200 units, 300 units of energy. Then all the bacteria and viruses is not able to attack you. That means all the worldly worries cannot attack you. That is the secret of energy balancing. So if you are energy depleted, everything is energy, physical energy, mental energy, your social energy, your financial energy, everything is an energy. So all the energy, when it is getting depleted, you are getting affected and you will start getting worried. Once worry starts in the mind, you cannot able to think clearly. So everything be confused. Everything look good and everything looks bad. And then you take wrong decisions. So wrong decisions will put you into lot of further troubles. This is how life starts. The miserability. So when it is miserability, it is coming because of we don't have energy. So energy is getting depleted. The sadhana Chatushtaya, Ashtanga Yoga and all give you higher energy. So when you are getting higher energy, the lower energy, whatever you already have as a common man, that energy itself also will not get depleted. Over and above your 100 units will become 200, 300, 1000 units, 1500 units of energy. It will be there. And you will be radiating, you are vibrating, and everybody around you, they are pushed away from you. Nobody can come near to you. So if your Modi allows you also, you cannot go and hug them. So like that, it is energy, his energy is pushing away the people. So that means you are not getting into any troubles like that. But still he will be doing a karma yoga. Whatever he has already chosen the activity, he will be continuously doing it. Similarly, in Vedanta, even that political game also not required. Without doing, you can enjoy the life. So akarma yogi, akarma, akartutva, abhoktutva. It is called non-doership and non-enjoyership. That is the state when you go there by the days, then what happens? You will be followed by thousands of people. By sitting in your place only, so many people will come to you and so many people will take your shelter under you. Earlier you wanted to get noticed and spending your energy. Now when you start accumulating the energy and enhancing the energy, there are millions of people will get attracted towards you. And the energy flows from the higher level to the lower level. So that is how people will get blessed outside. So that is what happens. Shamadi Shatka Sampatthi is our 6 internal wealth we have to compulsorily acquire. What are those things? He says, Shamo, Dama, uparama, Titiksha, shraddha, Samadhana iti. It is one statement, one single line he has started. In that Shamo, that means Shamaha. Dama is another word is there. Uparama is another one. Titiksha is another one. Shraddha and Samadhana. There are the 6 internal wealths. Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. So these are all the very essential qualities of the internal wealth. So all these days we have struggled acquiring the external wealth. Let us acquire the internal wealth. That is what says. So this is the third qualification. It is called discipline in the Sadhana Chatushtaya. The first qualification is discrimination. The first D is the Viveka. Second D is Vairagya. That is called a dispassion. This is the third D. In this third D, it is called discipline. The discipline has got 6 wealth is the internal wealth. So now we will be going each of the wealth in detail. So we will be taking each one wealth. Maybe 1 class or 2 class may be required to understand that. So when you understand that and you can able to follow that and you are able to digest that, unknowingly you will get influenced by this internal wealth. You are going to succeed in life when you practice this, and your energy will not get depleted. You are getting higher energy levels you will get. So this is the wealth of internal wealth. This is six-fold wealth is there. So what is that? We will go one by one. So at least the word first we have to understand. The word, if you want to understand what is Shama, first one word is telling Shama. I am not going elaborately. First I am making an introduction of the word to you, so that the word whenever next time we use, we will be going in detail of the each word. Each wealth, it is internal. We cannot simply call it as a word. It is the utmost wealth it is. First one is Shama. Shamaha in Sanskrit, it is called mind control. In English, we can call it as mind control. It is called as Mano Nigraha in Sanskrit. So Shamaha is totally directly controlling to the mind control. So Shamaha is the mind control. I will be talking the Shama itself, one class or two class I will be talking. So first you should understand the word. Second one is called Dama. Dama is sensory controls, or control of sensory faculties. Suppose I say my body and mind only I will be saying. So I am interacting with the world. This is the only instrument. Body and mind is only the instrument. But this instrument cannot work without by itself. The instrument is fueled by the desire. The first starting point is the desire. So the instruments are there, body is there, mind is there. If you don't put any desire, it will not have any work at all. The body and mind, first starting point of the body mind working itself is the desire. At least what Vedanta says, at least you have a mumukshutva desire initially to start with. So mumukshutva is dharmartha kama moksha. Anyway, everybody has to go through like this only, artha kama, earning money, fulfilling the desire with the dharmic way. These three steps are anyway everybody by default will go. But very quickly you have to regain and come back to the moksha. So the moksha as a desire you keep it, then at least you can use your body and mind towards moksha. That is what it says. So the sensory control is, our body is an instrument. One is physical body is there. Another one is the mind is there. The body you can see, I can see. My body you can see and I also can see and you can also see. So that means my body I can perceive and you can also perceive. Visually or whatever I can observe, everything possibilities are there. Whereas my mind I only can see. Whatever I project outside, it is only a projection where outside people want to see that mind is only a part of the mind, others able to see through the body, mind, body actions only. The tongue has to talk, or the eyes has to express, or body has to express. Like that only, some portion of the mind the body expresses, others can understand. But 90% of the thing in the mind, whatever is there, nobody else can see. You only can see. So that is the mind. So mind control is the first thing. The second is the sensory control. The sensory control in Vedanta, it says there are 5 senses are called Jnanendriya, because all the worldly perception is coming to me through these 5 senses. One is eye, eyes, ears, nose, tongue and the skin. These are the Panchabhutas, all are called as, each one of the sensory organ is come from one Panchabhuta. Panchabhuta we have 5 elements of the Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala and Agni, Apa and Bhumi. So that is called as 5 Panchabhutas are there. And each Panchabhuta has got a speciality of itself. Akasha is called as a Shabda. The element of Akasha in Sanskrit is called as the how to recognize Akasha. What is the way Akasha has to be perceived? Akasha can be perceived as a Shabda. So Shabda, then Sparsha, the Vayu can be felt. Can you see the Vayu? Not possible. It is perceived by the Sparsha. Sparsha means it is touching you on the skin. So the worldly experience is coming from Shabda. One is the ear. The Akasha is denoted through your ears. The Shabda you are receiving and interacting with that. So that is the Shabda. Then the Sparsha, the skin is getting the air. So from the air, the Sparsha, the skin and all is coming. So that is perception of is happening. The third one is Agni. Agni is Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa. Rupa means whatever we see in the world, it doesn't have anything, but we have given the name and shape for that. I call this as a table because this has got a 4-leg and somebody has described it as a table and everybody is practicing that as a table. The word is a word. Word is not a thing. The word will give you a picture of the thing in your mind. So that is called the Nama Rupa is there. The word is anything if you denote in the world. The word is a word. Word is not a thing. Thing is created in your mind through the word. The word itself cannot say it is a, you can only denote. Word is not a thing. If I say this is table, the table is not the table, table does not have table. It is only a denoting. Table is a word. Similarly, all the words what we use is only a word. The word, when it comes through the ear and it enters the word, internally something happens. Either a picture of that will happen. That is called the Nama Rupa. From the Nama, the word is coming. The Rupa is getting formed in the eyes. So that is Rupa is getting formed in the eyes. That Agni is responsible for that. That is called Rupa. That is the eyes is there. The Pancha Jnanendriyas. The next one is Apa. Apa is water. The water is, the tongue is the water. That means anything is tasted. If the tongue is dry, nothing it can taste. If you want to taste, if you are already exhausted, everything is done, you put anything in your tongue, you can't have a taste at all. Because the tongue is wet only, it can give a taste. That's why it is called Apaha, the Jala. The Panchabhuta, it is formed, the Pancha Jnanendriya is coming from the Panchabhuta. So Panchabhuta is coming, so it has got 6 taste buds. So the perception of the taste is coming from that. Even the taste, somewhere it is not there. It is all we have created the taste. This is sweet, this is that, and this is this one, bitter. So it is all somebody has said the name, and that name can create a vibration. It will come through, it is a sweet. Then your tongue will get watered, and some imagination of the jamun or so many things can come. So like that coordination of all the Pancha Jnanendriya, we get a knowledge. External world is coming to us, this 5 pramanas. So this Pancha Jnanendriya that is there, and the nose is the next one is there. The nose is the smell. It is coming from earth. Earth only the smell is there. The Gandha, it is called as Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Panchabhutas are Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala and Bhumi. These are the Panchabhuta. Their characteristics are called as Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So for that corresponding Indriyas are eyes, like that whatever I said. So all the Panchendriyas, this Panchendriya work with the external world and get some information. That is why it is called as Jnanendriyas. These 5 Jnanendriyas or getting information for my life. So I am interacting with the world with these 5 instruments. These are only instruments. It is not me. Eyes are mine, but I am not the eye. So like that is there. Similarly, another 5 karmendriyas are there. We have 2 hands is one set of karmendriya. 2 legs is another set of karmendriya. The tongue earlier it is a jnanendriya giving the taste. So whenever it talk, it becomes talking is an action. Whereas tasting is not an action. It is the information collector. Talking is sending the information. It is an action, outward action. So the tongue has become the another karmendriya. Apart from that, we have a digestive system is one more karmendriya. Another one is reproductive system is there. So that is another karmendriya. These 5 karmendriyas are there. These 5 karmendriyas also interact with the world and they get a perception, they get information. So these 5 jnanendriya and 5 karmendriya put together, whatever we are knowing is happening only through this. We can't have any information, knowledge, anything apart from this. So that means Damaha means now you have to control these 10 indriyas. So when you control means whatever you want through Viveka, that only you should know. Whatever everything in the world it need not know. So that is the methodology of the Damaha. Shamaha is the mind control. Damaha is the sensory control. Has to be done. The third one is uparamaha, it is staying. So uparamaha means the mind control and sense control. When you are doing lot of struggle, you are going to go through. So that struggle, anything is a struggle only. You want to win in the table tennis or whatever is there, you have to practice. Initially, first day you don't know how to hold the racket. After 2-3 years of practice, you may be winning the local level and international level. Maybe 5-6 years of practice, you may win the table tennis championship. So much practice you are doing. Whereas all these years, we have not controlled the mind, have not controlled the sensory organs. Now when you start, lot of things will be going, lot of difficulties. So with all doing, you have to become quiet. So exercising the Shama, mind control, exercising the sensory control, without agitation you have to do. That is, withdrawal has to be done quietly. So that the practice is called uparama. So it is also called as uparati. So we'll talk in detail of that. So then the titiksha is another thing is there. Titiksha is called as, for example, you are running race, you want to win. For example, you are not a runner. You are just walking, you are doing it. So all of a sudden a desire comes to you. I want to become an Olympic gold medalist in the running, 100-meter dashboard running I have to do. Then from tomorrow you will be struggling, where is the coach is there, how to enter into that. So one desire only has come. I want to become Olympic champion. Only one desire has come. So that has started creating so many other avenues. You are starting searching what is the coach, who are all the runners earlier there, what they have practiced. So much study you start doing, and you are getting into national level, state level, that level, this level, how to get into that, how to practice morning 4 o'clock, I have to get what is the nutrition. See, one desire has started so much of samsara. This is called samsara bandhana. One desire if you make, there are hundreds of things you have to manage along with that. One TV channel you want to see, what is the timing this channel is coming, whether in this channel if this is okay or not, all those things will be there. News channel, there are 100 news channels are there, which news you want to do. So there is a confusion. So news only you want to see. You at least fix to one channel, not to see all other. So when news coming only, you will be surfing the other 10 channels. That means you don't know what, and the other channel may be telling beautiful that this. So my mind is because of one thought of news channel I want to watch, it is creating havoc of so many work. it will create to my mind, and I have to work for that. That means my desire is controlling me. I am not controlling. So that means I want to see the world news. News is required. Yeah, one news per day is sufficient. 5 minutes if I see the Indian news or local news, and 5 minutes world news, that is sufficient. You need not see any other things. But 24/7 news are coming, channels are there, and you have a confusion of which channel to watch, which language to watch, which is the, you are becoming a slave of that. So this all the 10 indriyas are given to perceive the world to go to moksha, but you are perceiving the world, you are troubling yourself. So this is what Viveka Vairagya has to come. How to not get troubled, how to bring internally the all the sense organs and all called the uparama. The Titiksha is, I was talking about, you want to become an athlete, you want to become a Olympic champion. So you have to get up at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock and go to the ground and run hundreds of rounds. You have to do, and then you have catch hold of the coach, and you have to catch hold of your nutritionist and your body fitness, flexibility, everything you have to do. Earlier you are not able to get up at 9 o'clock. Now today you are able to get up because of a desire. You want to get up at 4 o'clock also. So earlier you like so much of breakfast. Today you think it is not breakfast. If I eat, I will get lethargy. I have to have a calculated calories and all those things. So one thought is modifying your life. So saying that, but you do all those things, you win a gold medal, after next what? So then what you will do? You start eating all the things, drinking, and you become something. So that means it is not called this one. So here, all the sense organs and everything, uparama, when you control, there should be a purpose of that. So you are creating a endurance of this. Not one time I have controlled the mind, not one time I control the sensory organs. Throughout my life, I want to control, means continuous endurance should be there. And continuous patience should be there. Continuous forbearance should be there. Then only, then it will be sustainable development will happen. So like a Olympic runner, after that gold medal, I become a bloated person. I eat everything and drink everything. I die very fast also, because I have already used wear and tear is very much high is there in the joints and all. So much problems will be there, and so much supplements I have taken. Side effects of the hormone and everything will be there. So one desire has created a lot of mess in your life. But after achieving, what happens? 100 people must have said, newspaper has come. So what? So the so what question has to come. Then only you will be seeing this world is separate, you are separate. Otherwise, if so what question is not coming, you will be going with the world. So after getting everything, so what? You got a name, you got so much of this one is a so what. So when a so what question comes, your realization starts happening. So that is the Titiksha is an endurance you have to develop. And the shraddha is the fifth internal discipline it is telling. What is shraddha is the faith. Faith is not the blind faith. It is a trust and faith. We have blind beliefs are there. So everything, whatever we are doing is blind belief. It is not a original knowledge is not there. So the knowledge is classified into three types of knowledge. One knowledge is called as pratyaksha jnana. Another one is called as a paroksha jnana. The third one is called as a aparoksha jnana. The pratyaksha jnana, for example, I am seeing here, sitting here, I am seeing in front of me, computer screen is there. So I am able to perceive that computer screen. This is the first hand information. So this is called pratyaksha jnana. So I am witnessing this. But this is pratyaksha jnana is also distorted. It is not true, because when I see a computer screen, somebody has told me it is a computer screen. So that's why I am believing this as a computer screen. So it may not be a computer screen if you think differently. And then after that, what happens? It may look like only a material or something like that. So that is the higher level. Let us, we will not go to that. One is Pratyaksha Jnana, is the first hand information is there. Another one is Paroksha Jnana. I don't have a computer in front of me. You are going to tell me computer is like this, a laptop has got a slit is there, when you open something will come. So with all those things you got an information from outside world from the second hand person. So it is all Paroksha Jnana. It is not a Pratyaksha Jnana, it is a Paroksha Jnana. This is how my knowledge comes inside. So where I have to apply break, that Paroksha Jnana may not be true, because he may only colorfully he is telling. So most of the knowledge I may not be able to present in all over the world, all the friends places, all the office, all the school, everywhere I may not be able to present. So I got lot of Paroksha Jnana. Somebody is telling you, he is praising you, he is scolding you, everything is a Paroksha Jnana. With that your body mechanism is changing. You get angry, you get happy, you get all. See, Paroksha Jnana is making also trouble you. Pratyaksha Jnana is also troubling you. The third level of thing is called as Aparoksha Jnana. That is how the knowledge comes. That is the true Jnana. Aparoksha Jnana is a time tested internally. You are not seeing through these sensory organs, not through this. You are going to contemplate inside your mind. From that a knowledge evolves. When you see internally, you don't want to see externally. You don't need to have any other knowledge. So when you start looking internally and discussing internally and expanding, observing internally, you get all the worldly knowledge without reading any books. That possibility is there. That is called as Aparoksha Jnana. So our journey has to go from this to Aparoksha Jnana we have to go. So for that we have to have a shraddha. Shraddha is the faith. Towards Aparoksha Jnana we should have the faith. Not towards the Paroksha Jnana, not towards the Pratyaksha Jnana, we need not have the faith. That is all, obviously it is like that. Non-obvious things are there. That is the truth. The truth has to be ultimately understood. We have to have a faith towards Aparoksha Jnana. We should have that. So that is the fifth is there. The sixth of the internal wealth is called Samadhana. Samadhana, in all our local Indian language, it is the Sanskrit Samadhana. The Samadhana in the other Indian languages, all whatever it is bifurcated from the Sanskrit, all is called as patience. But this Samadhana is not patience. The patience here they called it in Titiksha only, they called it as patience. Whereas Samadhana here is focusing power. It is a single pointed focusing power. For example, sunlight is coming from 8.5 minutes. That means light is traveling from 3 lakh kilometers per second. And the first ray of the sun, when light has started and reaching the earth, it takes 8.5 minutes. So that much distance is there. All the sunlight is getting scattered and reaching the sun, earth, and still we get heat of that. But that heat is not burning anything. So when you take a lens and focus all the rays into the lens, that lens will converge all the rays of the sun, and other side of the lens it can burn, it can create a fire, it can burn anything. One small fire it starts, it can burn the whole world also. That means my mind is getting scattered in the world, worldly activity. So I don't know how to focus it. So when I want to focus, the focusing thing is called Samadhana here. Samadhana is concentrating all the worldly affair and bringing it to single pointedness of the concentration. That is the focusing power. When you get that focusing power, many things can be achieved in the world. In the same world, without a very less effort, you can achieve more things. So that is the possibility. What is laser? Laser is nothing but a concentrated beam of light. That's all. It is not a laser, is not a something special. The light is scattered, the light is concentrated, and then now it can cut, laser can cut the metal also. Laser cut can cut ship also, aeroplanes also, anything it can cut, any metal it can cut. So the focusing power, if it increases in the mind, we can understand many things which we are not able to understand through books, not through the knowledge, not the universities. You can understand so many things. That focusing power is the internal wealth. So now you have known what is the words. Shraddha, so Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. All these 6 are called as internal wealth. So let us go through this internal wealth one by one in detail. I may take according to on that day, whatever my mood comes, I may take 1 hour, 1 class or 2 class or 3 class on one subject. On that day, my mood, whatever it can deliver, it can deliver. So let us all wait for the next opening of all these 6 internal wealth very detailedly. So this has to be understood, this has to be cultivated. That is a sadhana which will take you towards moksha and which will take you towards the Atma Jnana. Understanding the self happens by this. Understanding the self happens only by this methodology, not by any other university knowledge, my other knowledge. By that you can't understand. So understanding the self happens by all these internal wealth methods. You have to start practicing this. So I don't want to start a new subject, the Shama. So I will take it freshly in the next class. Only another 5-6 minutes are there. So I'm concluding today's talk. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.